Do you ever feel stuck? Like you're living the same day over and over, trapped in a loop of comfort and routine? You're not alone. But here's the secret. Your comfort zone isn't just holding you back. It's slowly stealing your potential. In this video, I'm going to share a step-by-step, 7-day blueprint to help you escape your comfort zone, take bold risks, and completely transform your life. But stay with me till the end, because I'll reveal a hidden insight most people overlook. Something that will ensure you never slip back into your old habits. Trust me, this could be the game changer you've been waiting for. And if you're new here, welcome to the Escape Blueprint, where we help you break free from stress, overthinking, procrastination, and the 9-to-5 grind. If you're ready to live life on your terms, hit that subscribe button. Let's dive in. Day 1, recognizing the prison. The first step to escaping your comfort zone is realizing you're trapped. Comfort feels safe, but it's a deceptive kind of safety. It's like being in a warm bath that slowly turns cold. You don't notice the change until you're shivering. Why does this happen? Because our brains are wired for survival, not success. They seek safety, predictability, and routine. But in today's world, staying safe often means staying stagnant. When should you act? When you start feeling restless, unfulfilled, or bored, that's your sign. Think about it. When was the last time you did something that truly scared you? Something that made your heart race? Growth happens outside that safe bubble. Hidden gem number 1. Take 10 minutes today to write down everything you're avoiding. Conversations, risks, decisions. Your comfort zone lives in those lists. Real life story. I once knew a guy, let's call him Raj. Raj had a stable job, a routine, but he felt empty. He wanted to start his own business, but fear kept him stuck. One day he wrote down all his fears, and seeing them on paper made them less terrifying. That was the first step that led him to quit his job and start his own successful company. Day 2, understanding fear. Fear isn't your enemy, it's your guide. Fear shows you where you need to go. But here's the truth no one tells you. Most of the things you're afraid of will never happen. Why do we fear? Our minds exaggerate dangers to keep us from taking risks. But those risks are exactly where growth happens. Think about it. How many times have you worried about something, only to realize it wasn't as bad as you imagined? Today, do one small thing that scares you. It could be as simple as speaking up in a meeting, trying a new workout, or reaching out to someone you've been avoiding. Deep insight. The more you face fear, the smaller it becomes. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's action despite fear. Every time you confront fear, you build resilience. You become stronger, more confident, and more willing to take bigger risks in the future. Day 3, embracing discomfort. Comfort is addictive, but discomfort is where magic happens. Today, we're going to lean into that discomfort. Why is discomfort important? Because growth only happens when you stretch beyond what you know. When you're uncomfortable, you're learning, evolving, becoming better. Hidden gem number 2. One powerful way to embrace discomfort is through a discomfort challenge. Choose something uncomfortable to do for the next 7 days. Maybe it's waking up an hour earlier, taking cold showers, or having tough conversations. There's this story about a man named James who was terrified of public speaking. He decided to give a 1-minute speech at his local Toastmasters club every week. At first, his hands shook, but over time, he became confident. That discomfort transformed him into a powerful communicator. The more you expose yourself to discomfort, the more adaptable and fearless you become in all areas of life. Day 4, building momentum. By now, you're feeling the shift. But here's the thing, momentum is everything. Why is momentum crucial? Because once you start moving, it's easier to keep going. It's inertia in your favor. Deep insight. Motivation fades, but momentum keeps you going. The key is to celebrate small wins. Every step you take outside your comfort zone creates a ripple effect. Exercise. Reflect on your progress so far. What small wins have you achieved? Write them down. This is your fuel. Recognizing your progress builds confidence and reinforces the belief that you can continue to grow. Day 5, redefining failure. Here's a truth bomb. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Why do we fear failure? Society teaches us that failure is bad, but it's actually one of the most valuable learning tools we have. Most people fear failure because they see it as a dead end. But in reality, failure is feedback. It's a sign you're trying, you're growing. Hidden gem number 3. Start keeping a failure journal. Every time you fail, write down what happened, what you learned, and how you'll improve. Over time, you'll see that failure isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. Think of Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said, "I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's the mindset shift we need. Redefining failure removes fear and encourages experimentation and growth. Day 6, the power of environment. You can't escape your comfort zone if you're surrounded by people and environments that keep you stuck.
Why does your environment matter?
Because your surroundings influence your mindset, habits, and behaviors more than you realize. Your environment shapes your behavior more than you realize. If you want to grow, surround yourself with people who challenge you, who inspire you. Evaluate your circle. Are the people around you pushing you to grow or keeping you comfortable? Make it a point to spend more time with those who encourage you to take risks. Being in a growth-focused environment accelerates your personal development and keeps you accountable. Day 7, the hidden blueprint to stay out forever.
Congratulations, you've made it to day 7.
But here's the real secret. Escaping your comfort zone isn't a one-time event. It's a lifestyle. When do people slip back? When they stop challenging themselves and settle into new routines. The key is to keep pushing boundaries. Hidden gem number 4. The key to staying out of your comfort zone is to constantly set new, challenging goals. The moment you feel comfortable, it's time to level up. My final thought, growth is uncomfortable, but the more you embrace discomfort, the more fulfilling your life becomes.
You were meant for more than just surviving. You were meant to thrive.
Harm of staying in comfort zone. Staying in your comfort zone may feel safe, but it leads to stagnation, missed opportunities, and unfulfilled potential. Over time, it can result in regret and a lack of purpose. If you found value in this blueprint, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share your biggest takeaway in the comments. I'd love to hear your story.
And remember, this is just the beginning.
Check out our other videos on the Escape Blueprint to learn how to break free from procrastination, overthinking, stress, and the 9-to-5 grind. Because life is too short to live in a box. It's time to escape.